Hello and Hotep. This is Brother Kemet coming at you from the Defy Life Podcast Network. I am the host of Black Gumbo. You'll be able to catch our episodes on the 1st and the 15th of each month. We appreciate you guys for listening in. We're here to bring you great content. We're going to be discussing cryptocurrencies. We're going to be discussing financial literacy. And of course, we're going to be showcasing the great talents of our black heroes and sheroes all across the diaspora from the past and from the present. If you want to reach us, you can reach us at blaqe@gmail.com. That's blackgumbo@gmail.com. We appreciate you guys for listening, and we hope that we will serve you great into the future. Thank you.
On today's episode of Anything, Everything, and Nothing with Lynn and Kim, the ladies celebrate their 20th episode. The boss, Jay, drops in on the girls and lays down some knowledge and gives some background. They talk about the Bachelor Breakdown, the Lynn only movie review, listener questions, and of course, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Once again, congrats, girls, on the 20th episode. Here are the ladies. It's Lynn and Kim.
They talk about anything, everything, and nothing. Talk about anything, everything, and nothing. You rockin' with Lynn, you rockin' with Kim. They go back and forth on different topics, they get it in. They talk about anything, everything, and nothing. It's the podcast. Oh wow, what's up?
Welcome to episode 20 of Anything, Everything, and Nothing with Lynn and Kim.
Sponsored by GoDefyLife.com. Visit www.GoDefyLife.com for all your podcast content, music, sports, TV, and Defy Life gear.
Very good, sis.
Wasn't that good? After 20th episode, I think we finally got it right.
I hope so. Oh, wow. Number 20.
Number 20.
How do you feel about that?
I feel absolutely goddamn brand new, if I had to be honest.
Oh.
And I don't know if 20 is a big deal to anybody else, but it's a big deal to me and you.
Well, it sure is.
Absolutely. Listen, 20th episode, 864 downloads, and what? And what?
Exactly.
Now, that might be on the very bottom of the totem pole, but we don't care.
We don't care.
Because we didn't know that we were going to even be here 20 episodes in and almost 900 downloads later. Now what?
Right.
Now what? Now what?
Oh, Lord.
How do you feel about episode 20?
Well, I feel good about it. I think it's an accomplishment. I heard in the wind that 25 was some sort of milestone, and I'm sure it is, but I just, 20 is the double digit. So I thought it's a major accomplishment. Every time we hit, another 10 is always a good thing, because I saw somebody's that ended on 18. So okay. It's quite an accomplishment. I'm glad to be here.
I'm just saying. And considering where we came from, you know what I'm saying? Since I think 20 is a big deal. And then we got the special announcement and the new things that we have to share with the listeners. So 20, we couldn't wait for 25.
Right.
We couldn't wait for 25. We had to do it on 20. We had to do it on 20.
Exactly.
Because we different. We different from everybody else.
We have a special guest today.
Yes, we do.
Very special guest. Very special.
And we're gonna get to our very special guest, but we're gonna check in with the listeners first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna introduce our special guest. And who's gonna go first today, sis? You wanna go?
Go first? It's short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
A week like every other.
Stop. Turn and work.
Turn and work. No calls from the daycare this week, though.
Okay, that's good.
That's good. Let's see. What's the highlight of the week? Yeah, none. Mir had a soccer game yesterday. He scored both of the points that they had, but they ultimately lost the game.
Okay, so wait a minute, sidebar. I just want to say that my nephew has scored 3 goals in 2 weeks, and nobody else has scored. I'm just putting it out there. Four goals in 2 weeks. I'm just saying. Now I don't know what's going on with other children on the team, but Mir is definitely the scorer. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me say it now. My baby is good.
All right.
The coaches have said it. The parents have said it. He is in there.
What's that dude named Ronaldo Nehemiah? I think he made like $57 billion or something playing soccer. So okay.
Let's let him keep kicking.
Yeah. Ronaldo something. But anyway, he cute. Oh, he's from Spain. Good God Almighty. But anyway.
Look him up. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep kicking right into them billions. He's doing very, very well.
Nice.
Now, Edison.
On the other hand.
My scary child.
Let's role play. Let's role play. Let's role play practice.
I'm not fooling up with you.
Let's role play practice from yesterday.
Oh Lord, Edison, you want to play t-ball?
No.
Damn, this sounds just like him. Why not?
Cause I want Mir to be here.
You told me you wanted to play. I thought you liked baseball.
I don't.
I'm so mad you sound just like him.
Listen, do I not sound like my nephew?
You sound just like him. That's exactly how he was. Sitting there with his hands in his pockets.
I would say, and for a visual, I got my hands in my pockets.
Exactly.
I don't want to play with these kids because I don't know them and my brother's not here. That was a wrap.
Oh my God. I just saw my little $35 just go down the toilet.
Just go down the toilet.
Swirling around the toilet.
Just go be a what do you call it, a baseball parent or something. Just do it for the love.
Right. It's a donation. Here, y'all just have $35 for no reason. Okay. But we're going to try it again when Mir can actually go to practice with him and maybe go out there with him and kind of, help him out or something. Because it was not cute that we were just standing there.
Emerson, like, look here. I'm not doing this. I like to be home watching my YouTube videos. This is not what I want to do. So, no, mommy, I'm not doing this. That was so funny.
It's so scary. He is a mess. But anyway, it was a good week. It, just kind of floated on by real fast.
Okay.
But, that was the highlight. All the sports foolery from yesterday.
I know. Look, you got 2 kids at the same time, got 2 different sports events to be at.
Oh,
how does that happen?
Thank God. Granddaddies. Man, listen. We had to split the efforts yesterday. I was kind of happy that Edison flaked out, though, because then we made it to the second half of Mir's game.
Okay, cool.
So it wasn't a total loss.
Okay. All right. What else you got for us?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it? Well,
All is well.
All is well. Good. Well, actually, sis, out of 20 episodes, that was about the most positive check-in that you've had in about 20 episodes.
Don't do that.
We might be making a little momentum now. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just talk about the highlight also. I won't go back over the entire week, but I'll go over just the highlight. So last night, I kept Marley. Well, I am so lying. We kept Marley and McKinley. For those you don't know, Marley is my 3-month-old great niece, and McKinley is my 4-year-old great niece. So I've been paranoid about keeping her over here because stuff just can't happen on my watch. And so I was like, well, what if she's allergic to Poco? What if something? But anyway, we did it yesterday, and all went well. She is the cutest, happiest little baby. She did not cry. Sis, I mean, it was literally like having like another toddler. And she watched TV with Auntie Roz. Me and McKinley were dancing, and we just had a great time. It was really, really fun. So that's it's the first time I've kept both of them.
Right.
And it was really, really good. So Jayla and BJ had a chance to go out. I told them, I said, look, y'all go twerk your butts or something. Go. They started laughing. I was like, go do something. Go hang out. Go get drunk or something. Just be sober by the time you come back and get the kids. They were like, nah. But it was really good. So we split the house. So Roz and Marley were up front, and me and McKinley were in the back.
Okay.
And let me tell you what was so cute. Marley cried this morning, and McKinley jumped up. Marley's crying, and she went to go see about her sister. Oh. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. So, but that was my check-in. Mom, I won't get into too much detail. Mom has some good luck and good news this week, not about health or anything, but she's been searching for a vehicle and she got the one that she wanted. So excited about that. And so it's been a really good week. It's been a really good week.
That's awesome. Yeah. New car smell. Yes.
Well, it's a newer car smell. It's a 2015, but it's sharp. It is. You know what it does?
New car smell.
Yeah, you know what it does? It looks like Mom, sis.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's black. It's real sleek. It looks like Mom. Yeah.
Wait a minute, is it car or SUV?
No, it's a car. It's a Acura TLX.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's sharp. It's sharp.
Okay, Mama.
Nice. Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you are getting your baby sent. Here come your nephew.
Here we go.
No, he's not gonna hit you. I promise. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you just push the kids out the door?
I did. Literally. And locked it. But anyway, you still might hear him through the door. I'm glad you're working on this babysitting stuff because you know we done been through some things with you keeping me and Edison. Audience, I need y'all to know that my sister wouldn't even feed my child a cheese puff. Now, those of y'all that eat cheese puffs, you know they melt in your mouth. You're not going to choke on them. She wouldn't even let the boy, if she was going to let my child starve.
Never know.
To not eat a cheese puff.
It will never be the first with me.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch. And here go my other little part of the check-in. Okay, so, I don't have any kids. Got plenty of nieces and nephews. Sis, when you feed the baby and you put them in your arm, you put them right there because the babies who breastfeed think that they're sucking on the breast. I realized that with Marley. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that was amazing to me. I was like, oh shit, look, this is her breast. This is why she was just like knock on the bottle, and I was like, oh, because you put her right there, and she thinks she is doing the breast. Oh, okay, didn't know that. No, but I just learned that. That was something I learned today. Okay, but anyway, I'm good. Life is good. Have no complaints. Glad to be here with you on this Sunday, and glad to do our 20th episode of Anything, Everything, and Nothing with Lynn and Kim.
All
right. Okay, sis. Well, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rocking.
What's next?
Well, we have a very special guest.
Very, very special. Very, 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 very special.
And why is he very, 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 very special?
He's very, 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 very special because he's the boss man.
He's the boss man.
He laughs at us calling him that. But I don't care what you say. He's the boss man.
Oh, he is the boss. He is the boss. Give the do where it's due. He is the boss.
Listen. So we are introducing today, very first time we've had a special guest besides the cut-ins from the producer because that ain't special. So
no, I take that back. Our producer is very special. Just FYI. Yeah. Even though he don't love Jay-Z.
Okay, whatever. I guess.
He's special.
Okay, so this person.
Hey, producer.
Mm-hmm. This person most special. This is the co-founder and president of the Defy Life Network.
Yes.
Mr. J.R. Glimpse. And I'm going mute because the baby crying. Jay.
Yo, how's it going, y'all?
Hey, Jay, what's happening?
Not much. I'm excited to be here. I feel like it's my like I'm a guest in church. I got to stand up and give praise to the Lord on this glorious Sunday.
Yes.
For the 20th episode of Anything, Everything, and Nothing. So proud of y'all. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much. So you really get to see how we have to do between the kids and the dog. We hadn't got to Poco yet. Poco's coming. He's coming. Oh, trust me. He'll be here barking in a little bit. So, but that's how we give it to him. We give it to him real.
Hey, so couple things. One,
Okay.
shout out to Sweet Feet Mir for scoring all them goals for his team.
Yes.
Yes. And shout out to Moms for getting a new whip. I can't wait to take a ride so she can take us to Kiki's Waffles and Chicken or something. So can't wait to get a ride in Mom's new car.
Yes.
And thirdly, like I always say, it ain't a real episode or your podcast is not official until your kids or your dog make an appearance on the show.
That's right.
So, hey, I've done this long enough to where Lincoln and LaDanian are they're pretty well known on my old network. So, man, if the kids and the dog don't show up, you ain't got a real show. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Keeping it real.
Y'all don't know who we really are until you get the little people.
Really?
That's right. And don't forget about my little person. Don't forget about my little person over here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The little people and the four-legged people.
That's right. That's right. Well, we're excited to have you, Jay. We're excited, as you know, to be a part of the Defy Life Network. And to keep it real, Jay, for those who don't know, we have a Patreon. We have a Patreon page. And so we're trying to solicit Patreons for Defy Life. And so while I'm soliciting, one of the persons that I was talking to said, well, exactly what is Defy Life? And I was like, well, since we're going to have the co-founder and president on, we're going to give the actual definition and vision and mission and whatever of Defy Life. So, Mr. J, would you tell us what is Defy Life Podcast Network and how did it start?
Absolutely. So, and at first I'll take this word for word from godefylife.com on our about section. We started Defy Life as a way to represent those of us who live outside of the box and try to keep away from the norm, right? So for those of us who do things their way, because when it's time to, and as we say in the commercial, when it's time to shoot that shot, spit that verse, close that deal, the only voice that matters is yours, right? So I started Defy Life. I've been in online media for about 13 years, right? And I used to work with a NFL draft website, and it was really niche. So all we talked about was really football, NFL draft, some baseball talk. So it was completely sports based. And after doing that for so long, I felt like I needed to use this platform as a bigger voice, and in particular, a bigger voice for our people, right? And when I say our people, I mean those of us who do Defy Life, those of us in Black and Brown communities who are doing things that we don't usually hear about. So whether that's sports or entertainment or businesses or relationships, anything that we usually don't get spotlighted, especially in smaller communities. So I first informed my business partner then, who didn't take it too kindly. But I knew that I had a bigger mission other than to just talk about football every week. And so I reached out to Pooh, who had voiced that he was already working with me some on the old network, doing some fantasy football stuff. But I reached out to him because he'd expressed his interest in expanding his voice as well, reaching out and doing things involving fashion, business, small businesses, things like that. And then I reached out to Keon because he had a similar vision as far as music and entertainment. So I reached out to them and said, look, I'm about to press send on this email to let my business partner know that I'm out and I'm about to start my own thing. But the first thing I need to know before I press send is, all y'all in this with me? They both said yes. I pressed send and we started Defy Life. So we immediately went to work on finding a name. We didn't even have a name at that point. And, getting the logo done and all that stuff, and just kind of getting the vision together because we knew we had a bigger mission other than just sport. So that's how it started. And then once we came up with Defy Life, the name was perfect. just because we started to see our vision grow into something that we were defying the norms as far as what people thought we should be doing. Even as with myself, not sticking with an established brand and an established network, and venturing out and doing something on my own. Pooh and Keon doing it for the first time and actually taking action on their dream. So that's where we stuck with Defy Life, is what we always say is, basically giving a middle finger to establishment and doing things your way.
Nice. What do you think about that, sis?
Sounds awesome. I love it.
And we are a part of this movement. I'm so excited. So can I sum up, Jay, and say that we are a Black-owned, 100% Black-owned company?
Absolutely. So we're absolutely a 100% Black-owned sports and media hub, sports media and lifestyle hub. So we are like Kim always says, we're a network for the people. So, Defy Life is everything to everybody, because everybody defies life at some point.
That's right. I absolutely love the name. I think the name speaks volumes. It's amazing, and congratulations to you.
Thank you. Well, yeah, appreciate it. And it's crazy. It's as you were saying, Jay laughs when we say boss man. I was actually cracking up when you said that, right? But for that reason, because I always tell Pooh, it's actually kind of tear jerking, and I had to actually kind of, because to even have somebody to kind of make that joke, or to have those inside jokes within the network speaks volumes, because at one point it was really just me and Pooh and Keon with an idea. And so to have an entire network where you can even make that joke and we can laugh about it speaks volumes. So thank you, saying you're proud of me. But yes, I'm proud of us, because everybody in this network, including you two, have come in and completely defied life and defied the odds. And at one point it was just y'all saying, "Hey, we need to do a podcast. We should do a podcast." People telling us we need to do a podcast. Now you 20 episodes deep. That's powerful as hell. So congrats to y'all.
Thank you. And on this 20th episode, sis, is it time to drop the news? We had some big news. We were going to drop the bomb this week.
Great, hey, you talking that thing up. It's big to us. We don't know if y'all gonna care.
No, it better be big to everybody who's listening. Yes.
But it is big, and it's important.
So
getting us out there and making this podcast our own. So
what did we do, sis? What did we do? Let's tell the people what we're so excited about.
You tell them. I introduced Jay, so you tell them.
You know what? Okay, guys, for the 20th episode, Lynn and I have our official Anything, Everything, and Nothing logo, and we have our official theme song. Yay!
Oh, shit. Okay.
And we got to give a shout out to Jay. We went back and forth probably 120 times.
Oh my God.
The final product that you see is what Jay did for Lynn and I's vision. This is what we want. We were like, no, yeah, no, yeah. And finally, Jay put it together for us. And so we have what we think is the most awesome logo that represents what we're doing. We're so excited. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to our producer who had us the microphone, because we didn't know what we were doing back then. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank the producer for the microphone and the Lynn and Kim podcast, or, Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast. But we did that. But as we started doing the podcast, we knew that we needed it to represent us.
Right.
So when you see it, and for those of you who know us, you're going to be like, oh, man. And for those of you who don't know us, it's going to give you a clear idea of who we are. I promise you that.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Jay.
Absolutely.
I cut you off. What'd you say?
So I said, shout out to Jay for the logo and representing anything, everything, and nothing exactly how we wanted to represent it.
Yes, thank you, Jay. And I felt so bad every time I had to respond, saying, "Let's try that one more time. Let's move this and shrink that and change that color." Oh Lord.
Okay, full disclosure, Jay, it was mostly me. I'm not gonna lie.
First of all, I knew that. But nah, most of all, like, no, it's no problem at all. And I know how it is to look at your logo and want it to represent you, because that's your baby. So, I'm glad. I would rather y'all come to me with 100 like revisions of this thing and almost there, but we want to make a few. I'd rather that than a year down the road you come back and be like, look, man, we hate this logo. Let's redo the entire thing.
Exactly.
So we wanted to, get it exactly how you wanted it. So no problem at all.
Well, we appreciate that and your patience.
Yes. Yeah. And then, guys, when you listen to the podcast, you should have heard the new theme song, the Anything, Everything, and Nothing theme song. Give a biggest shout out to D Nice. He brought it together, looked at the logo, listened to the show, and then he did that for us. And the very first take, Lynn and I loved it. So now on episode 20, we are debuting our logo and our theme song. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm about to cry. Because I am so damn excited because I didn't know it was going to be, I don't know where we thought the podcast was going to go, but I am like literally just ecstatic. I am so happy. I'm almost in tears. There will be tears of joy like Malfunction Junction, but for those of you who don't know, please listen to episode 19. That's all I got to say.
Malfunction Junction.
Okay, so anyway, that's my spiel on episode 20, the logo. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to post this. I can't wait.
Okay, so let me just tell y'all what me and my multitasking self did. I just put the logo as the picture that comes up when you call me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so serious. Yes. That's so when you call, that's what I'm gonna see. Previously it was a picture of the two of us, but
Okay. Well, no.
It'd be cool.
Right now, everything that represents us, sis, is going to be anything, everything, and nothing. So yeah, I'll change mine too. Nice. Yes. Okay. Well, guys, so that's what we were excited about. That's the news we want to tell you. Our new logo, official logo. I mean, we're going to trademark it, copyright it, or whatever. We're going to do all that. That's a shot. That's a little point to you, boss man. We want to trademark it and do all that stuff we need to do because we plan on taking this thing to the next level, and we plan on taking this ride with Defy Life all the way to the top. So,
yeah, right.
Okay, so sis, you know D Nice personally. So would you like to give a shout out or a little personal shout out to D Nice? I just want to say thank you. And then I'm in the shower. Anything, nothing.
Yeah, that's a dope intro. I love that.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Rocking with Lynn. Rocking with Kim. Something the other name, get it in. Okay. I'm moving on. I'm sorry, sis. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I will say, D Nice, also known as Devontae, is what I call him because I haven't been able to call him by his rap name because I knew him as Devontae first. But anywho, he's a long-time friend of our little family, and I would like to say thank you so very much.
Yes.
I'd also like to say I didn't even know you were doing it. So it was kind of a surprise.
So producer did that. He did that.
He went off on his own and did that. So
yes.
Thank you for taking the time. We still got to take you to Red Lobster, or I don't know, we might come to the beach and take you to Calabash.
Yes.
But either way, thank you, and we owe you one, and you will continue to get shout outs, and people are going to hear this song and hopefully be trying to contact you for whatever else.
Exactly. We can get you some business.
Right.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now, Jay, Lynn and I will be on here 3 hours, right? So we're not going to do that to you. Okay. We'll keep you on here. But see, there's no football on the day. So between now and August, We can go 3, 4, 5 hours. It don't matter because there's no football on. So I have nothing to do on Sundays until like the semifinals or the of the finals of the NBA. So we're good. But Jay, last week, was it 2 weeks ago or last week? How long ago was it?
Well, it was 2 episodes ago, episode 18.
Okay.
Topic, the toxic mothers topic, which led us into talking about fathers.
Mm-hmm. And Jay sent some feedback via social media and was like, man, these girls got me talking to the podcast. So, and that these girls are talking something real. So Jay, we wanted to ask you, what was going on, or what did we say that made you talk back to the podcast? Tell the people what your thought was when you were listening to the podcast.
Yeah, so in particular, the moment, Kim, when you said that your mother never badmouthed your father.
Yes.
Your birth father, in your presence, and that's powerful because I so wish that, and not only women but men too, parents in total would take more self-awareness around how they portray their kids' other parent in front of them. Mm-hmm. And regardless how you feel about that person, I think it's so powerful to be able to bite your tongue for the betterment of your kids. Mm-hmm. Because like you said as well, Kim, at some point you're going to see that for yourself.
Yes.
As a child, and full disclosure, my oldest son, my wife already had him from a previous relationship when we met, and same instance. Father's probably seen him twice in his life. He's 12 now. And both of those times I had to take him to New York to go see him. So otherwise he would have never seen him. So, and his family, entire family, they never would have seen him. They don't call on birthdays. They don't call on Christmas, nothing. So all the effort for them to actually see him has come from us. Wow. But I always say I would never take that opportunity away from that man to see his son. And to let my son know what's going on or what kind of person he is, because he'll figure that out for himself one day.
That's right.
And he's already old enough now. He's asking questions and he's figuring that out for himself. So that's what your relationship, that child's relationship with their other parent and how they feel about it. At some point, it ain't none of your business. Because it's going to be their business at one point. And when they're old enough to ask that question to that person, they going to have to own up to that, not you. You've done your job.
Right.
So I was and amen and hallelujah and all up in that show. Because that's powerful to acknowledge, and two, to put in practice. Because we all know, how difficult it can be. And I talk to this, talk to Yosh, I've talked to my brother. It's at times when you are raising another man's child, you want to curse that person out three times a week. Yes. But all the stuff that you have to do that this person chose not to do.
Right.
But again, that's a choice that I wake up with every day, knowing that I chose to be this kid's father. And so those moments when I got to wake up early or stay up late or help with school projects or eat cereal I hate when he wants me to eat cereal, and all those times, spend money when I ain't got it. All those are choices that you make as a parent. And especially when it's somebody out there who chose not to do it, it becomes difficult at times. Right. But it's powerful for every individual as a parent or as a non-parent, as a family member, as a friend of the family, whatever, to let that kid make that decision for themselves.
That's true. And you know what? I have another side of that I'd like to add, because I'm experiencing it right now with my own child. When and if that child decides that they want to have a relationship with that absent parent and they want to pursue it or whatever, we have to be okay with that too.
Right.
Like you said, it's their choice and it is their decision to decide how they feel about the parent. I'm going through that right now with my oldest son, where it's been a constant back and forth between him and his father, but he has decided, okay, I'm going to give dude a chance. And I'm going to participate in, the cause that he's doing and whatever it is that he's doing, he's decided he's going to participate in it and he wants to give it a chance. And no matter how I feel about it, it doesn't matter. What I think is a good idea, bad idea. Oh, you should feel this way. I can't put that on him.
Yeah.
And I never have. As a mother like Kim's mom, I've never done that. Never badmouthed his father. Probably made too many excuses for him. But his own mother told me that, I've never heard you badmouth him. And I know that you never would. And my son was able to grow up and kind of see it for himself. I watched that type of thing unfold with my own eyes. Mm. And it really does happen that way. They are able to make the decision based on the behavior of that other parent, with me being completely hands off. Mm-hmm. So he decided when he was mad, and he decided when he wasn't. Mm. And I have stayed out of it. I don't have anything to do with that, because that's your daddy, not mine.
Right.
So, yeah. I wish that more parents would see the children and allow the children to, form these relationships and these ideas, mm-hmm. and see them as the ones who are being affected by it. Because when we keep them away from the other parent or badmouth the other parent, those are our emotions.
Right.
That's not the child's emotions. That's me being mad because you did whatever. Mm-hmm. And that's not fair. That's not fair to that child, and it's not fair to that other parent either.
Yeah, and it's not beneficial at all.
No, it's not beneficial. And let me just say, real quickly, like when I think I was 7 when my parents divorced. I think I was 7, and I knew he was supposed to come get us, and then he didn't. And so from like 7 to 12, then my mom met this really wonderful man, and I became emotionally attached to him, but I still had that thing for my father, who I knew was over there. Mm. And my stepfather, he never said one thing. He would say, I said, "Can I call you daddy?" And he said, "Sweetheart, if you want to." And but Charles is your father, but baby, if you want to call me daddy. But see, that happened on my own time, because now I was in the 3rd grade, and I'm like, well, this man does everything he said he's going to do. This man is here when I fall off my bike. The other man says he's coming, but he never does. And then when I got 16, and I was just like, that dude ain't cool over there. And then I realized, you know what? I really don't need him, because everything that I need emotionally, spiritually, financially, I'm getting him taken care of. So I decided on my own when I was like 20, I don't even want to deal with him anymore, because I got tired of running behind him. And every time I would go to my mom and I would cry, and he was supposed to come pick me up and he didn't show up, and he was supposed to send money to help with the graduation, and it didn't show, and he didn't send it, and my mom was struggling. Because I'm going to keep it 100. My stepfather went to jail. Mm. And when he went to jail, my mom had to grind. And so when I would call him to ask him, hey, could you help me with my graduation? Yeah. And then the day of, he didn't show. My mama go pawn her jewelry to make sure I had it. That type of stuff. Mm-hmm. So see, I'm just like, at 20, I was like, yeah, I've had enough. So then as I became an adult, me and my mom started having conversations, and I told her about all the things why I wanted to disassociate myself with him. Mm-hmm. And even at that time, she still didn't say anything. And then when I became about 30, that's when we actually had, an adult conversation. Right. And all the things. But I was 30 years old at that time. But I figured it out on my own. And I'm glad she allowed that to happen. Because see, if she would have been pushing me against him, I probably would have resented her.
Right.
But anyway, I'm just saying. So, yay.
Yeah, it's it takes a mature mindset from a parent.
It does.
To sit back and watch someone, whether it's the other parent or not, but to sit back and watch someone willingly hurt your child, it takes a lot to absorb that, and to acknowledge to yourself that this is bigger than me.
Right.
And I tell my wife all the time is I don't know how you don't curse this dude out every time he call. Because if it was me, he would hear it.
He would get it.
Because there's been several times where he, tries to call and force his opinion, or he'll, I think maybe I met my wife. My oldest son was 8 months old, so I'm the only daddy he's ever known. So he, but he would, I think in this entire 12 years, he may have sent $200, and that wasn't even like sent. It's like while my son was up there, he may have like given him money for grades, something he's ever contributed, and I've never asked for anything. But so he would call and try to like right after he give my son money, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I think I was like, oh, you ain't earned the right to contribute opinions to this household, like you can voice them, but please don't expect them to be like hold to carry any weight."
Absolutely.
Like, so, and I ain't say it that nicely. This y'all show, so I ain't gonna say what I actually said to him.
That would be offensive to me, Lynn.
Right, exactly. We ain't talking dirty, and it ain't after dark, so I ain't gonna say it like exes.
And it's Sunday.
Let's not get into that. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
But yeah, so privately off to myself, he heard what I had to say, but I would never let my son hear that.
That's right.
So he would, so he'll always, again, because it's easy for a kid, from that perspective to think, oh man, and just hypothetically, this dude's cool. This daddy cool because he send me Jordans every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, not because as a kid, you don't see the sacrifices your day-to-day parent makes. You don't see that stuff. And what you do see and what you do hang on to as a child is, oh God, here go this Negro making me clean up my room. Here go this lady again making me take the trash. Like, those are the things you focus on as a child. You don't focus on the things that your parents actually compromise for you.
Right.
As opposed to this dude who show up every 2-3 years and buy you some Jordans. Oh, he cool. Mm-hmm. So as a kid, you don't see that perspective. So that's why it's so powerful as a parent who's there every day doing the day in and day out stuff, to be able to sit back and let your child make that decision for themselves.
That's right. Well,
that's right. For those moms out there that ain't allowing the daddy to do nothing, y'all.
Right. Listen, visitation has nothing to do with child support.
Oh, God, yes.
Understand that, okay?
Yeah.
I know you try to make them intertwined, but they do not. Time with your child does not have anything to do with child support. And the struggle is real. Mm-hmm. If the father is deserving, let the children see their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
Well, y'all know I'm big time pro father, pro daddy. So I'm a part of the father's rights movement.
Yeah.
I will go out there with a sign if they
gonna be marching on Washington.
I'll march with a big old sign. I'm very much pro daddy.
Yeah. Definitely that now. So
and sometimes if that daddy ain't deserving, just let the man see his child. Sometimes just because it's difficult for sometimes because a lot of times when a parent's not there and they haven't been there, especially as men, because 99% of what we do is based around ego and pride.
Yes.
It's hard for a man to understand, where do I even start at this point? Mm-hmm. I've been absent for so long, I don't even know where to start. So it's a lot of times it's huge for a mother to give that undeserving father an opportunity to still see his kids, to kind of light a fire and to see that there is an opening, because sometimes dads are just like, man, I ain't been around in so long, I'm just going to stay away.
Yeah. And that is so true, Jay. And I guess I should have said, for those fathers who want to spend time with their children.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let me say it like that. Yeah, because deserving or not, because if you have a father who wants to spend time, whether they're given 50 cents or no dollars, let them see their children, because emotional support is so much more important than financial support. And I get it. I get the financial thing. So I thank you, Jay, for clarifying that, because I misstated myself. I should have said, for those fathers who want to see their children, because there's a whole bunch of them that don't.
That really don't. Yeah.
That really don't.
Yeah, but I mean, and I feel you, because some parents and some dudes are just downright undeserving. So I feel you on that.
Oh, yeah.
So at some point, you do have to draw a line in the sand from the other end of the spectrum for what's better for your child. If, like y'all said in the show, is at some point you gotta let people love you from a distance, and just cut ties off if they are that toxic to you, and that's up to you to draw your boundaries.
Right. And it's never too late, for the like you were saying, Jay, the fathers that think, oh, it's too late. I done been gone too long. Oh, no. It's never too late. Right. A relationship can start and grow from any point.
Yeah.
Both parties have to be willing and allow it to happen.
Yeah, because that void never goes away. I know people 30, 40 years old who still long for that void.
Oh, yeah.
So that it never goes away. So, it's, any father, and I can only speak from a father's perspective, is, there's a void. There will always be a hole in a child's life, whether they're still a child or whether they're an adult or whether they're a parent themselves, for their father. Mm-hmm. So, and especially, when when they have other examples of father figures or good men in their life, they always wonder what could have been if my father was here.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to give a shout out to Jay for being an awesome dad and a bonus dad. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all.
There you go. Well, sis, I think we've kept our boss.
Oh, man.
Look, Jay, I don't have no problem calling you the boss. Okay, you are
Lord,
I love it. Again, Jay, we want to thank you for listening to our producer, Yusuf, because Yusuf pitched the idea to us, and he pitched it to you, knowing that we were greener than the grass outside.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what we were doing. So we thank you for the support. We thank you for listening to the show, most of all, and just trying to push it. And just know that we're going to do everything we can for the Defy Life Network and for the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast.
Absolutely. First of all, you're welcome. I want to acknowledge your thank you. So you're welcome. And shout out, again, to the man with the golden ear. We call him Yusuf, because that man knows podcasting talent, and he again had y'all show all figured out before we even knew what it was.
How about that?
So that's dope. And again, congrats to y'all. And yes, 20 episodes is a huge milestone. Like Lynn said, a lot of shows don't even make it to 20.
Nice.
And y'all are hitting 20 on the upswing. So congrats. I'm so proud of y'all. And let's keep this train moving.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Defy Life forever.
Defy Life.
All right. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Bye-bye.
Hey, come back anytime.
Anytime you have me. And I'm just if I ain't gonna put my feet on your couch, but just can I get some Kool-Aid and some chicken? That's all I want. All right.
Look, check your email today or later on tonight, because the 10 spot challenge about the top 5 rappers without Jay-Z being in them. Yes, that's coming this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited. All right.
Later.
All right, y'all. All right, bye.
That was so cool.
I loved it. Did we get everything in?
I think we got it in. That was so cool. He is one of the coolest cats, man. Just his whole demeanor. Cause like I'm all hype, you know what I'm saying? And I be getting in it and getting all wound up. Jay's so cool. He's just so cool. I love it.
Right. I secretly didn't want him to go. I wanted him to stay.
Well, why didn't you say that?
Cause I don't want to eat up his day with hanging out with us.
Well, because I was like, Jay, we'll be on here till 6 o'clock. Right. And your wife and your 2 boys would be like, where's that?
What are you doing? It's Sunday afternoon.
It's Sunday. Don't we normally spend family time together on Sunday? So,
go to Walmart today. I got time to be fooling with you.
Listen, we're going to get this thing done, because I'm going to go have me a glass of champagne for episode 20. I don't give a damn what nobody think.
That sounds better than going to Walmart.
Listen. Okay, hold on, sis. So, act like you got a champagne glass, a champagne shoot in your hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Lift it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's toast. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Boom. You know what? For the sound effects.
I mean, you know,
But
didn't nobody see what we was doing.
sis, that's to you. That's for making this happen. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you too, sis.
All right, all right. All right, guys. Yeah, woohoo, woohoo. Give me some music. Yeah, yeah. Come on, let's talk about anything, everything. Okay, you're not going to.
I'm not singing with you.
But you know what? This is the fifth time I don't start singing on this show. And you don't sing with me.
You're confident in your little voice. I ain't confident.
Oh, no, hell no, I ain't confident, girl. I know I sound like a owl that done fell out the sky. Or a possum that done got hit by a car.
Listen, here's a small little fact that I don't think we've ever shared with the listeners.
Okay, share.
That initially you were asked to do a podcast, and I was just in the wind.
You know what? You are absolutely correct.
Oh,
Yes. But look what the universe did. The universe said, no, 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 no. The universe said it needs to be anything, everything, and nothing with Lynn and Kim. And look where we are, sis.
yes, because I mean we've been talking about this, and then the opportunity was presented to you for a totally different kind of podcast,
Yes.
and then we were like, wait a minute, this is what we've been talking about.
This is what we've been talking about. And when we pitched the idea to the producer, he was like, yeah. And that's how the name came about. Because he was like, well, what do y'all talk about? We were like, anything, everything, and nothing. From the rooter to the tutor.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yo, that's it. That's it. Anything, everything, and nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just meant to be. And we're having so much fun, guys. We hope you enjoy this. We hope you enjoy the theme song, and we hope you enjoy the logo. And if you do, send us an email.
Yeah, let us know.
lynnandkim.aen@gmail.com.
All right.
lynnandkim.aen@gmail.com. Give us some feedback on the song. Give a shout out to D Nice. Give a shout out to Jay, because they were the eyes and the ears behind our vision. So
Yeah.
all right, sis. Well, let's keep it popping, sis. It's time for AN in the news.
All right.
All right. Okay, sis. Now, I don't watch The Bachelor at all. I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Okay. But it was something going on with The Bachelor this season last week. It was like the first news on the news cycle all last week.
Something that made it newsworthy, right? You're like,
I was like, what's going on? And somebody left and did something. So please tell me, sis, about what happened with The Bachelor. Because I know, now you watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
both.
Both. Okay. I've never watched an episode of either. Please tell me what this dude did that was so out of the norm that made people go crazy.
Well, I have supported the Bachelor franchise since it began.
Do you want to disclose what you did? Didn't you do something with one of them franchises?
I sure am going to disclose it. I have supported the franchise for quite some time.
Okay.
Well, since it first started. It started with The Bachelor. And then a few seasons in, they brought in The Bachelorette. Because I guess somebody was like, what about the girls? So I have watched and I continued watching, and I said, okay, well, they got The Bachelors, never been a black dude, but let's give it some time. Then they started The Bachelorette, and every season that The Bachelorette was coming on, it was a white girl.
Okay.
Like, well, black girls need love too.
Yes, they do.
I was completely single, all the way single, no prospects, nothing going on. I emailed the show, and I was like, I need to be your first black bachelorette.
Oh, Lord, hold on, time out.
I wasn't playing.
Wait a minute, sis. You did what?
I sure did. I emailed the show, and I told them that I need to be their first black bachelorette.
What did you say in the email, sis?
Oh, Lord, that was so long ago, I don't remember.
No, sis, wait a minute.
I know I said that line. I did say that
What if they would have come back with, yes, let's follow up on this?
I would have followed up.
So you mean to tell me you're going to be on TV kissing 20, 30, 40 different men?
But you ain't got to kiss them.
Okay, well, they be, every time I turn the channel, they kissing somebody or going in a helicopter or something.
Well, based on what we see from our little show, The Real. Not The Real. What's the name of the show? Not The Real.
Unreal. Shout out to WeTV, I think.
Right. They probably actually do tell them they have to kiss. But I do believe that I could say that I don't want to kiss all 20 of them. But anyway, I was willing to do it. It didn't matter.
Really? I'm surprised. I'm surprised. And so, guys, while we're talking about it, I won't get into too much, but my sis, as you can see, is a real person who likes these type of shows, because my sis also wrote in the Dr. Phil. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I've written the Bachelor franchise. I've written Dr. Phil. I've written the Long Island Medium. And I think the other medium too, the Hollywood Medium.
Okay.
Let's see, what else have I written? That might be it.
Okay. Not Oprah. Not Oprah.
I don't think I've written Oprah. I was getting ready to say Oprah, but maybe not.
Okay.
And I have considered something else. I looked at the application for something. What was it? I can't remember what it was. And I was like, man, I don't feel like filling that out. so I didn't. I can't remember what it was. But anyway.
Well, look how we have digressed from what you know, right? Here we go. But anyway.
Here go The Bachelor. Okay, so yes, I have supported the franchise. Now, mind you, I've fallen off in the recent years just because it's gotten kind of boring. But from time to time, I will pick up in the last few episodes just to see how it ends up, which is exactly what I did with this one, which is why I'm able to tell you what happened.
Okay.
One night, it was just nothing else on TV. So I was just like, let me see what this Bachelor doing. So it was, like the fourth episode to the last. And he was on his last 3 girls. And what has never happened on The Bachelor is that a Bachelor has never quit. And what he did was quit.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He quit being the Bachelor.
He did. He walked away because the girl that he really liked broke up with him.
Oh, wait a minute, twist.
Which is also something that has never happened.
Okay, hold on, sis. Okay, so he got down to the final 4.
Final 3.
Final 3. The girl that he liked was one of the final 3?
Yep.
Okay, then she didn't like him.
Not as much as he liked her.
Oh.
Okay. Well, her thing was like he's ready to be engaged, get married, children, blah, 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 blah. She wasn't ready to move that fast.
But sis, how
so
can
she
you
just broke it off with him?
How can you do that after 10 weeks?
I don't know.
How do you want to get married but then you're falling for 3-4 people? But anyway, The main thing was he quit because he would have been settling if he would have asked the other 2 girls.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's weird to me because, and this is the weird part of it, because he professed love for all of them. And at the time when I started watching, they were doing family visits. He was visiting their families, and it was 4 girls. And for all 4 girls, it was like, I'm in love with her. I fit in well. Her family's great. Blah, blah, blah. So you couldn't tell who he really, really liked.
Okay.
But it got down to this, and you find out the one that he really, really liked. And it was one black girl in the mix. I thought it was her that he really, really liked, but I guess I was wrong because it wasn't her. So the girl broke up with him.
Okay, so when did she break up with him? She broke up with him when? Before he said, "You're the one that I want."
Yes.
Oh,
before that next rose ceremony. So there was no rose ceremony. She broke up with him. He got upset and was crying and jumped over the fence and walked away. And the producer people had to go find him. It looked like an episode of Unreal.
That's this. You think that was scripted?
I don't know, because it looked real, to be honest with you. Because he didn't care what he was saying. And he ripped his mic off, threw it on the ground. walked away, left his only thing he had on him was his wallet. They were like, "Where are you going?" He said, "I don't know. All I have is my wallet. I'll figure something out." I mean, he was like done.
Okay, so let me see this. Okay, so he gave the one that he really liked a rose, and she wouldn't take it?
No, it wasn't a rose ceremony time. She broke up with him before it was even time for the rose ceremony.
This is how you break up. Okay, this is where I'm confused. How you break up with somebody and you ain't even... Wait a minute. So she didn't want to go any further. Is that what you're saying?
Right, exactly. They call it breakup. They talk about it like it's like you in 3 separate relationships.
Okay,
But
so she
they
decided...
broke up.
Okay, so she broke up with him before ceremony. So then that was the end of the show.
No, it was not.
Oh, geez.
So that is something that has never happened. Him walking away from the show like that is something that has never happened. And him going to break up with the other 2 is something that had never happened. Because when she decided she wasn't going any further, he decided he wasn't going to go any further with them other 2.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
He wasn't going to just pick one of them because the one he really wanted was her.
Okay. He got quit, and then he quit the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole lot right there, sis.
Sent them home. And they was all confused. So
that's a whole lot.
It is. So then before the girl that broke up with him left, he was able to find her and go to her. And he basically begged her, "Please, can we try? We can take it slow, blah, blah, blah." So it ended up that they ended up together. Which is also something that has never happened.
No, scripted.
It was based on what we see on Unreal.
Right. Now, see, sis, I was following it until he went and begged, and then she said, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no. See, I was all bad there for a second, but no, hell to the no.
And said that she was willing to go slow. They could take it slow. They didn't have to get engaged and get married right away and all of that.
So they ended up off The Bachelor together.
Right. And dating.
Girl, bye. Okay. I was going there for a minute.
It usually ends with them engaged. This ended with them dating.
Just dating. Okay. Well, did she like him besides the fact that he was just going too fast?
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said. Okay.
His parents was giving her the side eye. They were like,
Well,
how do you feel about this?
Well, I'm giving your story the side eye now because that ain't what I was expecting. I was kind of following you till you talking about they ended up when he went and begged her.
Yeah, he went and basically begged her and ended it.
Bye, ABC.
Oh, and the other thing about him is he's a virgin. Oh. He's a 28-year-old virgin. I think he's 28.
So he doesn't want to have sex until he's married?
Right. Or at least with the right one. Or at least with the right one. They did not tell the show whether they did or not. They went into the fantasy suite, but they wouldn't tell what happened. So Chris Harrison was like, "We take that as a yes."
So, okay, you remember? So she don't even know what what he can do with the wicker whacker.
Right.
I mean,
well, she might know now because
that's what her problem was. She was like, "Child, please, ain't nobody doing that with you. Ain't nobody doing that with you. You 28, and I got and tell me you want to have children and all that. No, We need to see what the and now that we know that size is not everything, that you got to know what you're doing with the wicker whacker. See, so now, listen, I don't know what size it is, and I don't know what you can do with it. Child, bye. She was like, I'm about to go back home. I'm not doing this with you. Well, sis, I want to thank you for that Bachelor Breakdown because I could never get a full understanding of what happened. You know, so
yeah.
Okay. So, but anyway, sis, that was funny. Sis, can we talk about rich people problems?
Oh Lord, I don't know. Can we?
Listen,
I don't know what they look like.
Look, I got a student loan.
Right. I don't know what rich people problems look like.
Sis,
student loan too. $100,000.
What's going on with wasn't it Felicity Huffman and what's her name? Lori. What's this?
Lori Loughlin.
And now they said another big time celebrity. Is a man.
William H. Macy.
William H. Macy.
That's Felicity's husband.
No. It's another celebrity, but now they've been tied to the scandal.
Oh Lord.
and it was it's an actor's daughter. But sis, let me ask you something. I mean, you got see when you got a bunch of money and you don't have anything to do. This is the type of stuff that they do.
Right.
I mean, you can just pay the freaking tuition. And just because the parents are who they are, let alone the universities are probably going to let them in.
Exactly.
Just based on the fact that it's who they are and they got money.
Mm-hmm.
But see, greed will do it to you.
Oh yeah, and like, I don't. What everybody is saying is, y'all got money. What was the purpose in doing all of this? It just doesn't make any sense. And why your kid? Why they got to go to USC and
Right.
got to go to Harvard and Yale, whoever is involved in this thing? I mean, if they can't get in there, Steve Harvey made a good point. Once they get in there, how they gonna stay?
How they gonna maintain?
If they're not smart enough to get in there on their own.
But now, is it about them being smart enough, or is it the prestige of being accepted too?
Well, for one of them, I can't remember if it's Lori or Felicity, they apparently sent an email talking about how the daughter was not smart enough.
Oh.
She was not confident in her abilities.
Look, in her SAT score?
Right.
Okay.
Not confident at all.
And see, sis, and right there, that's how the idea got created, right there. Mm-hmm. There are some people out here who need their daughters and sons to go to these prestigious schools, and they're not smart enough to get into. So let's charge them $250,000 per pop to guarantee that they get in.
Right. Girl, bye. It is not that serious.
Oh, it is not that serious. So you mean to tell me if you went into Stanford but not Harvard, it's a big difference? Are you serious?
It's crazy.
And now y'all all on the news. You done, but hold on. How about the one sis who did the they said Felicity only did 15,000, but they say the Full House girl did 500,000.
$250 per child.
$250 per child. Is Full House in syndication? God, that's it.
Oh, it might not be now. She might have lost her cast members their job.
But sis, what I'm saying is, when the hell? What's her name? Lori. What's her name? Lori Loughlin.
Aunt Becky.
Where the hell she get 500 G's from?
Now Full House is still running on Nick, I think. And then there's Fuller House on Netflix, and I think she had some ins and outs on there too.
Oh,
I don't know if she was on there full time, but I think she's been on.
Okay, so she got some checks coming in.
She was on Hallmark too, in Hallmark movies.
Okay. Well, that explains it. But damn, if she got 500 G to give to a president, and then they said that her daughter, the Lori Loughlin's daughter, when the news broke, she was on the yacht of the president of the university.
Wow.
Not even keeping it on the DL. You know what I'm saying? You're just flaunting your shit.
Or are y'all friends? Because I mean, dang, if we friends, I still got to give you 500,000.
500,000. I'm like, hell, sis, we could have done a www.lie.com. We could have come up with something. $500,000.
No, but Kim, what about the dude who bought all this sports gear and took pictures of his son to make it look like he played a sport?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure.
Is it really that serious?
Are we gonna say narcissism at its fullest?
Oh, that is crazy.
That is crazy, sis. And so now, if the kids didn't know, should they be kicked out of school? If they did know, you see what I'm saying? Should they be kicked out of school? I mean, that's just a hot mess.
But I want to know how it got out. That's my thing. I'm
gonna tell you what happens is somebody made somebody mad. And they know. See, when you want to do something, sis, let me tell you, my daddy always told me, when you want to do something and you don't ever want to get in trouble about it, don't do it by yourself and don't tell nobody. Take it to your grave with you. Yeah. Because one time that you take it to somebody else, then that's where the problem lies.
Exactly. Because that's just crazy. That was my first thing. I was like, well, how did this issue get out? And I mean, I would imagine it had to get out by somebody who wasn't a part of it, because then they would be going to jail too.
Sometimes it don't matter, sis. I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, I ain't telling if I'm going to jail too now.
Hey, Roz. Hold on. Roz just came in. Hey, Roz. She's like, hey, how you doing? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Excuse me, guys. Roz is coming in to get her work stuff.
All right now.
Okay, get out now. Get out.
Roz, guess what, Roz?
Come here. Look at what'd you say, Lynn?
My iron broke, Roz. I can't iron my clothes. That's a catastrophe.
Lynn said her iron broke and she can't iron her clothes. So how would you feel if your iron broke? Because you know how you do.
If my iron broke, I had to go out and buy one. I would not.
She said she would
just not. Wouldn't.
She said she would have to go get one. She would have to get right there.
Remember when I said I had to go to Walmart?
Got to be ironed.
Yes.
That's what I had to go for.
This is our 20th episode.
Yes, I heard.
Yes.
What a wonderful thing.
Okay, come to the mic. Come to the mic. There's Lynn. Hey, Lynn. Hold on. Let me give her the other side right there. All right, put that in there. Okay.
Hey, Roz.
Everybody, this is Roz. What would you like to say about our 20th episode, Roz? You're talking to the mic.
What a wonderful thing.
Oh, thank you.
Keep it going.
And I am going to Walmart to get a new iron, by the way.
That's great.
Thank you. I might need a recommendation on a brand.
Because going to work wrinkle is not a good look.
It's not a good look.
And the kids going
to school is not a good look.
They might call the people on me.
Absolutely, I would.
Thank you, Roz. Thank you. Everybody, that was Roz.
Okay, so y'all please understand that the joke about the iron was made because I know that Roz is coming in there to get her work clothes and iron them.
She comes home, and here's the thing, sis. Sidebar: the clothes she puts them in the cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
And then she still comes home and irons them. I'm like,
I don't understand.
You might as well just not put them in the cleaners. It's a good thing. Okay, but anyway, back to the rich people problem. So
yeah.
Okay, but anyway,
I'm not telling it if I'm risking going to jail too. I don't care how mad I am at you.
Sis, somebody or either the price went up. You know what I'm saying? So it used to be $250 per child. So they probably asked for $275 per child. And they were like, no, look, Lori said you did it for $250.
That's what I was going to say. Lori told me, oh, okay, really? Oh, so you want $5 per child now? I got you.
Yep. And what he did, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Could care less. So now you got all this going on, and the kids. I feel bad for the kids, man.
Yeah, I do too, because they innocent in the fact they either don't know anything about it or just don't know the magnitude
of what was going on. Exactly.
I'm pretty sure they didn't go to their parents and be like, okay, can you pay them to get me in?
Yeah, but anyway, so rich people problems who pay other people to take scores and fake uniforms and all that foolishness, just stop it. Just let them go to Benedict like I did.
Right.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, so I got into Columbia College with a 930 SAT score. My SAT score sucked. And I got the exact same score twice.
You know what, sis? I want to say you scored a little bit higher than me. My SAT going into Francis Marion wasn't high. Yeah. And who was that? Somebody just took the pre-SAT and got like 1250. Somebody in the 8th grade. I want to say, no. Roz's nephew, Shad, just took the pre-SAT in the 10th grade and got like a 1250 or whatever it is. I was like, how do you do that?
How do you do that? How do you know that crap on that? Because I didn't know that. I didn't learn that stuff nowhere.
Man, look here. I think mine might have been 912 or something like that. I don't know. But I got into Francis Marion. So I appreciate it.
I took that mug twice and got the exact same score. I was like, so I'm the same dumb on any day. Okay.
No. First of all, you are not dumb. Number two, those standardized tests are full of.
They are malarkey.
Okay, because if that's what I have to be based on anything else after I graduate, then teach me that during school.
Exactly.
Don't teach me all this foolishness, and then I have to pass the SAT that has nothing to do with what I studied in school.
Nothing.
So
I don't understand where you're supposed to get it from.
Yeah.
You go to, and when you go to SAT prep, they don't give you the knowledge. They tell you how to take the test. It's a strategy on how to take it, not the answers to the questions.
Exactly. How to take the test. Well, I'm gonna say this right here. All y'all who in school, out of school, mom and them done cheated, just take it on down, go to a community college,
Yeah.
do your thing. Don't be ashamed. It is what it is. It is what it is.
They don't have no choice now.
Aggravating. Damn. Anyway.
They about to be orphans.
Now, sis, what I'm gonna talk about next, because this I brought this to you.
Okay.
If I take over 3 minutes, I want you to just tell me to stop.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I don't know which episode ago it was. Probably 5, 6, 7, or 8. Pastor John Gray had an affair and bought his wife a Lamborghini?
Mm-hmm.
Or Ferrari or something. A six-figure car as a way of saying I'm sorry. Do you know this jigger now done had an emotional affair, in air quotes, with someone else, but he didn't have sex?
Wait a minute. This is a different person?
Yes, sis. This is not the woman from the affair. He said he did not have an affair with this woman. He had an emotional affair.
Oh, I thought you meant he was saying that it was an emotional affair with the other woman.
No. So I'm sick of John Gray.
It's a whole woman.
Hold on. Let me say this now. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. So if I am slandering the name of John Gray, I'm going to say allegedly.
Okay, we'll go with allegedly.
We're going to go with allegedly. But sis, now you know you can multitask right quick.
I sure can.
Yes, but I just saw that this was just last week. And I was like, there is no way that this jigger is in the news again with this same foolishness. Just do John Gray and the emotional affair. And I'm just like, I need him to stop. He's getting on my left nerves. Are you Googling, sis?
I am.
Okay.
Keep talking.
See if it comes up. Okay, but anyway, so let's just say that. Let's say if it is the first woman. And let's say if this is a new woman. I need him to get gone.
Yeah, he aggravated.
Just go away. And you know he's doing a tour. And
a tour of what?
He's a tour of how not to be a pastor or something. I don't know. And he's coming through South Carolina, just FYI, in case you want to go.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, me too. I need Pastor John Gray to either get out of the limelight or I need him to get himself together. Everybody can be redeemed. And everybody deserves a second chance, but he getting on my nerves.
I found it.
Okay.
What I'm seeing is it appears that he was talking about the other affair.
The first woman. The first woman.
Pastor John Gray addressed the long-standing rumors on the show The Real, admitting to having an emotional affair, but said it never turned sexual.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm glad I said allegedly. Okay, even with that, go somewhere. Bye. Why obviously your wife ain't doing what you need her to do for you.
Mm-hmm. He was conversing with someone.
Oh, that was all? That was all?
Mm-hmm. And he was in the presence of that person one time.
Okay.
But being in the presence of someone is not the same as sleeping with them. I did not sleep with anyone. Well, where did the thing about him getting somebody pregnant come from?
Okay, hold on, sis. So is he saying that it's okay to have an emotional affair, but not a sexual affair?
That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm. And he said that the rumor about him getting somebody pregnant was false.
Oh, okay. So I still don't care. And I still want him to go away. I want him to go and get himself together, figure out what it is he wants to do. Because I'm like, if you're seeking something else from someone else, just divorce your wife and go do what you do.
Well, I want him to decide who is the head of his household, or him or his wife, because I'm sick of her.
Well, they say she wear the pants now. I'm just saying.
Clearly.
Allegedly,
but clearly.
And that's probably why he went on the talk. That's probably why he went on the Real. So, because she said, you better go straighten this shit off, I'll bust you in your head.
Yeah, and go on the shows that only women watch.
Sis, go. That's exactly right. So she called him, and she probably did the script. So everything he said was probably scripted by her.
By her.
I'm just like, boy, go on by. No, I don't want to see you in Columbia. I don't want to see you in Charlotte. I don't want to see you in Augusta. I want you to just be quiet.
Right.
That's what I want you to do. Okay. I spent 4 minutes and I'm sorry, but I'm okay. So I apologize for saying that this was someone new. But okay, whatever. John Gray, I'm sick of you. Anyway, sis.
Yeah.
Man, look here. We just gonna go one more time, man. Look here. This is some sad news, bro.
I know, man.
I know, and I know everybody. Well, not everybody, but I hope the listeners have heard about the massacre in New Zealand. Brown, black, and people of color. Can't catch a break, man. Can't catch a break.
Did you see that one of the people, well, two of the people was a father and his daughter?
Yes. And
little girl.
There were sisters. How many people from the United States? It was 4, right, from the United States.
Oh, Lord, I don't know.
I want to say it's 2. It's either a couple or a father and a something or something. But, girl, hold on. Sis, wait a minute, sis.
Oh.
I'm getting my stories mixed up.
Oh, geez. You're talking about the plane crash.
The plane crash.
You know what? And I was getting ready to bring that up. So I was like, "What you talking about?"
Sis.
8 Americans on the Ethiopian plane.
On the Ethiopian plane, sis. I'm watching too much news at the same time.
Too much sad news at that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's rewind. Okay. So
but sidebar. Did you know that there's a video out of the plane crashing?
Oh, geez. I don't want to see this.
It's terrible. Well, you don't really see anything until it hits the ground. You see some pieces of the plane, but it's what you hear. Oh my God! You hear the people screaming, Kim.
No. So they found somebody's phone or something?
No, I don't know what it was recorded on.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go back to Trump.
But it was terrible. Okay, anyway.
But isn't that sad? Okay, so anyway, the man who, or one of the men who did the massacre, who committed the massacre, said in his manifesto that he was a Trump supporter. Now, why he over there in New Zealand?
First of all,
over there worried about Trump over here, I don't know.
Right. Was he a native of New Zealand?
Say again?
Is he a native of New Zealand?
I want to say they said he was from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. But sis, the rhetoric that this man is putting out, these subliminal messages that he's putting out, this is what's going on. This is why 45 needs to get out of office. Just impeach him because of what he's doing to the world. Forget the country, the world.
It should not be okay to have killed how many people? 49 people?
49.
Participated in a massacre and be like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. How is that okay?
How is that okay? And so how is it okay for 45 not to come out? Yeah, he said some kind of foolishness about, the world is a dangerous place or something. Why not say, I don't want anybody who would do such a thing to support me?
Yeah, don't support me. Don't put my name in your massacre.
And that's the subliminal message that these people are reading. When you don't say nothing, that's louder than screaming.
Exactly.
Holy matroli.
Exactly. And why is that not an issue in Capitol Hill?
I don't know. I don't know what Trump got on some of them senators and some of them representatives.
Somebody done threatened. Listen, I don't watch enough episodes of Scandal. Somebody threatened somebody. Shout out to Olivia Pope. Listen, all them little secret meetings that Olivia and Millie had down in the little bottom of the White House.
That's right. Down in the bunker.
Somebody threatened somebody.
I'm trying to tell you. So I don't know. But I just, again, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on 45. But I just want to know if y'all get a chance to pull up the manifesto you can just see that this man was deranged, and he's a Trump supporter. He feels like what he did was I can't remember the word that they used, but it was something because of how he feels about Trump. And so because Trump is, doesn't it appears as if he doesn't like people other than white people.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you connect with him, then this is what you do.
Yes, he appears to be the modern day Hitler.
I'm just saying, okay, right up there on Pennsylvania Avenue. But anyway, so
what kills me about Hitler, he liked favored blonde hair, blue eyed people, but his ass was dark hair, dark eyed.
Okay, well that lets you know the inconsums or whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
The colorism. He ain't like his own color.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, sis, can I go back to a side? I got another sidebar.
Self-hate, yes.
Okay. Remember last week I talked about the woman with the visitor tag, the jeans, the bedroom shoes, and the black baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am still following up on that.
Okay.
But Brother Kemet from Black Gumbo, shout out to Black Gumbo, said again, and he went back to your topic of the black people, the black kids picking the cotton with the white kids.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to tell you, would a teacher ever get a bunch of Jewish kids, put them in an oven so they can see what it was like to be a part of the Holocaust?
No.
It would never happen. And that's the desensitization. Help me, sis.
Desensitization.
There you go. That's the word I'm looking for right there. That where we are. Because, you were like, well, it depends on the context of how they did it.
Well,
there is no context. His point was there is no context.
Hold on. I challenge that because
wait a
no teacher is not going to put them in an oven, but there's a whole museum about the Holocaust.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Make sure that challenge. Explain that challenge, sis. Okay, guys, this is an extended sidebar. Tell me what you mean. How are you challenging?
There's a whole museum. No, you ain't. Nobody's gonna put nobody in an oven because that'll kill them. But you can go to the museum and see what it was like.
Yeah, but you can go to the African American Museum to see what slavery was like in Washington now. His point is there would be no field trip where they would go and simulate an oven to show how the people burned in the oven in the Holocaust. That's what his point was.
No,
not that you can't go to a museum. Okay,
but I do feel two kinds of ways about it in context because I don't know. It has been. This ain't the first time that's been a field trip. Because I mean, you can. I feel like you can do that, and it can be several different kind of connotations because cotton is still picked today. It's just picked by a machine. So why not? I mean, you can connect it to slavery, but you can also connect it to nature. I mean, it just kind of depends. But we know that this particular situation.
We talking about this particular situation. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah, it had a negative connotation because the little boy said what the teachers were doing, which I found out later.
Right, but even before we found out what they were doing, I still agree with him that it would only happen to the black race. It would only happen to blacks. You wouldn't do that to any other race. And I do believe that because we're so forgiving and we are going to. I don't care what the context of it was. This particular context, if it's on a trip about cotton and how cotton is made and what you do and how you that's one thing. But to have the black kids picking it while the white children watched, no ma'am.
That's different.
No ma'am.
Yeah.
No ma'am.
That is not acceptable.
That ain't cute at all. That ain't cute at all, sis.
Right.
And that was his point. People can do those type of things to our race because we will never do anything about it. Because if somebody would have done that to a group of Jewish children, that school would be sued. The district would have been fired and everything else. And that was his point. That was his point. But anyway.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Yeah, but anyway, we're back. But anyway,
I don't remember where we were.
Girl, I don't know. Our hearts go out to those over in New Zealand, those Muslim brothers, and everybody. It was a travesty, and we just got to protect ourselves and always know you don't ever know what crazy gonna do.
Right.
Don't know. So just protect yourself and protect your families and try to protect the ones you love. Because that's really all you can do, sis.
Yeah. But you know what? But you say protect yourself. These people were in a freaking mosque.
I know.
How much more protection is there? So you're supposed to go to the mosque strapped? That is ridiculous.
Yep.
The churn and the teachers got to go to school strapped.
Yep.
I probably need to go to Walmart strapped.
Yes, you do.
But I'm not, because I ain't got no gun and I don't want one.
Well, don't listen. Don't say that. Because we're gonna get you past that. That I don't want to need a gun.
Oh.
Girl, I saw on social media this weekend, there were plenty of women out at Lexington had a gun show and shooters lesson or something. Girl, them women was out there deep. I was like, all right. But anyway, okay, sis, can we just say, the plane crashing was so sad in Ethiopia?
So sad.
Okay.
Terrible. And like I said, the video, that just...
So sis, where did you see the video?
Oh, Jesus. I typed in, I was trying to show Kristen at work the pictures of the flight attendants that were put out on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So when I searched it, it came up as a part of the search.
Okay, sis, can I ask a question? And I'm really not trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, were the flight attendants and the pilots African?
The flight attendants were Ethiopian.
They were Ethiopian, okay.
I didn't see the pilots. They just showed the flight attendants.
And I'm asking not to be funny because I just wondered, like it's an Ethiopian airline. So
yeah,
were the pilots and the crew, were they Ethiopian? Were they people of color? Okay.
Yeah, the flight attendants definitely were.
Okay. Just wanted to know. I'm going to see if I can Google that or YouTube that and then again, I don't know if I want to hear that or not, sis. I don't know.
It was terrible, and I honestly can still hear it in my head.
That's why I'm thinking I may not want to do that. Yeah.
So you may not, but it was. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. It was, and like I said, you couldn't. I don't know if it was somebody's cell phone or what, but what you saw was out the window of the airplane, and then you could hear the people screaming. All of a sudden, the screaming stops, and then you see pieces flying. Well, you hear the hit, the screaming stops, and the pieces flying from one side of the plane, wherever that phone was or whatever that was. I don't know if it was a phone. I don't know what it was, but you saw on that one side of the plane, you saw break into pieces, and the screaming just stopped.
Oh boy. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take your word for it, sister, and I'm gonna hear it and see it vicariously through you, because I don't think I want to do that. Sis, can I tell you a sidebar? Guys, I got to get this off my chest. And sis, I'm a sidebar. I'm going to go back to the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Let me tell you how Miss Anxiety started on me today.
Uh-oh.
So Marley was in the front room. Sleeping on her bobby. Life is good. Not crying. Everything's good. And I had the front door open. Screen door locked, secure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Miss Angst got in my head and said, you know how people steal babies?
Oh, Lord.
Do you know I went and shut that front door?
Oh, gee.
I'm just saying. I went and shut the front door.
Somebody will come in the house and steal the baby?
You know how you be like, the last time I saw the baby, she was on the bed sleeping. and then, but then you kind of find out that the mama doesn't really kill a churn. You know what I'm saying?
Now, have you seen the last episode of How to Get Away with Murder yet?
No, sis. No. I had no. But sis, so I had to battle in my head. Don't you lock that door. Everything's safe in here. Don't you lock that door. Marley is safe. Girl, I went up there and shut that damn door and put all 3 locks on. God.
Just say, when you see the last episode, How to Get Away with Murder, they're going to make you do it again.
Okay. But I meant to share that with you because, see, it's still a work in progress. Even though I went down malfunction junction, those thoughts are still there. You know, and I know good and well ain't nobody come up on my porch, coming in my house with Poco.
Right.
But just because people do that and say, the last time I saw Jeffrey, he was in the bed in his crib. And I was like, nobody will not come in here and get Marley on me. That will not happen. Now, look, I'm here, Ross here, Kinley here, and Poco.
Right.
That's how anxiety does you.
Yes, it is. And can you please hurry up and watch them last episodes?
Yes, we got to watch all 4. Okay, all right, sis. Okay. Anyway, our hearts go out to the people who were killed in the flight from Ethiopia, and they said it was something to do. It was a mechanical thing that they had. Okay, what's this?
Because they have grounded all those planes.
Okay, so here's my point, sis. See, somebody knew that, right? You know that was already known.
Well, I don't know how my coworker noticed, but maybe he was just guessing, because apparently he know a little something about Boeing planes.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that a strong possibility is that whatever this mechanical thing was, they weren't aware and didn't know what to do, so they maybe overcorrected, and that's what ended up. That's why they ended up. Because hell, they went only in the air for what, 6 minutes?
6 minutes. Okay, but sis, here's my thing. Okay, and what I've been told, like, say for instance, you get a recall on your car.
Mm-hmm.
They know the Ford and Chrysler and Nissan. They know that there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They set aside millions of dollars for lawsuits to pay out families because it's cheaper to do that than to have to recall all these cars.
They just did a huge recall on Hondas.
Okay, so I'm like, when they were doing this thing, that apparatus or whatever that thing was probably did something, and they were like, just let it go. We got to get, because it's all about production and the bottom line.
Right.
Just let it go on the MAX 8. So now we got 2 planes that are killed. They're going to pay out $100 million, but they've already made $300 million by flying them already without anything happening.
Right.
I don't like that. I
I ain't been on a plane in a long time, and now I ain't looking to get on one.
Well, I'm not gonna get on no plane going to Ethiopia or Switzerland or no place. But girl, ain't nothing like flying. I will never drive to Atlanta again in my life. I could be in Atlanta in 32 minutes instead of 3 hours and 30. Girl, goodbye.
Yeah,
Girl,
I don't want to drive in Atlanta anyway.
I'm just saying. And Charlotte, I'm damn near about to take a flight to Charlotte. Be there. 17 minutes.
No, ma'am.
17 minutes. Okay. But anyway.
But the same hour it take you to drive there by the time you go to the airport and go to the airport.
It's just so much easier. Oh, it's just so simple. Oh my goodness. That's just being spoiled.
Yeah, you sound like a rich person.
Girl, I ain't got nobody rich people problems, okay?
You got rich people problems.
look, but I'm all bougie. I'm all bougie because I'm a fly to Charlotte and fly to Atlanta. Yeah, I go.
Again, it's still gonna take you an hour to get there. Might as well drive.
Listen,
17 minutes in the air, yes, but it's still gonna be an hour.
And by the time I get there, and life is good, and you got to worry about all the people driving 95 miles an hour. But on my meds, sis, that last trip to Charlotte was much better.
Boo.
It was much better. Okay.
But I don't care. I can't stand when people say flying is safer than driving. What the hell ever.
I have heard that.
If the plane crash, 10 times out of 10, I ain't going to make it. If the car crash,
unless you got, what's the name? Sully. What's the name? Sully. That other night, sis. I was just flipping through channels. And I watched Sully. That was good though. He landed in the Hudson goddamn River.
Hudson River.
And nobody died. Okay, now how we got on that, I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know, but I'm not of that belief, and you will never convince me
that you are safer.
That I'm safer in the plane.
In a plane. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, guys, that was AEN in the news because it's what's important to us. We don't care if nobody else.
It ain't important to you.
That's right. It's important to us. All right, sis. I've been waiting for several weeks now. And guys, we have our second or third, sis, movie review.
Third, I believe.
Third, okay. Now, guys, full disclaimer, I have not seen the movie that we're about to give a review. Well,
because she refuses to see it.
Listen, first of all, we're not about to give a review. I'm going to be a listener just like the listeners. And I'm going to listen just like the listeners because I ain't going to see it. I already knew what it was going to be. But now you did say it was a little twist because what I thought it was going to be a female version of something I've already seen. But anyway, guys, we're going to give you the AEN movie review. Sis, remember, you got to give it some stars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the end. And the movie that we are, no, I keep saying we, the movie that Lynn is going to review, because I have absolutely no feedback, is, would you like me to introduce the sis, or would you like to?
You can introduce it.
Lynn will be reviewing, guys, What Men Want.
What Men Want.
Okay. Taraji P. Henson.
Yes.
Yes,
And
Taraji.
I like Taraji P. Henson.
Okay.
Now, I must say, I've never seen the other version, What Women Want.
What Women Want with Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. I have not seen that, so I cannot compare the two.
Okay.
However, it was your regular old fun-loving dramedy, with some love incorporated into it, potential, love interest, that kind of thing. It was okay.
Okay, look, that didn't start out well.
Again, let me just do the disclaimer. First disclaimer, if you have not seen it yet, then don't listen to this. B, don't base going to see it on my review. Okay? Those are your two disclaimers.
Okay.
It was okay. It was predictable. As these types of movies tend to be. It was funny. It had its funny parts because of how she ended up with the ability to hear men's thoughts. It was funny how it happened. And it was funny, the funny parts were the kinds of things that she heard. Tracy Morgan is in this movie. He has a very, but he has a pretty integral part in the movie. I've never been a Tracy Morgan fan. So that did nothing for me.
Me either. I in movies and in his stand-up, I don't find him funny. But anyway.
I don't like his voice. And I don't think that he's funny.
Okay.
Even as Hustle Man in Martin. It's just like, okay. But anyway, so it was the usual, something happened to me, now I can do this, and I have become interested in this guy, but I do something and he gets mad at me, and then he doesn't want to talk to me anymore, and then I do something for him and go make up with him, and now we're happily ever after. It was that same love story plot that you see in all of these types of dramedy movies.
Okay.
So it was okay because it was so predictable. You definitely knew what was coming.
Now, it is safe to say, based on some other podcasts, you are a Taraji fan, right?
I'm a fan. I like her.
Okay, but it was just predictable. Yeah.
Yeah, it just.
Well, let me ask you this: was it better than Nobody's Fool?
Yes.
Ooh,
it was better than that.
Don't say it like that.
Oh my God.
You're like, girl, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, predictable, funny, good humor. Yeah. Okay. So, how many stars out of 5, sis, would you get it?
Okay. Break down my stars for me.
1, don't waste your time. 2, you absolutely ain't got nothing to do, and you just happen to be at the mall and decide to go see a movie. 3, thought about it, went to see it, it was okay. 4, I'm glad I went to see it. 5, outstanding.
What's 3 again?
Never. Look, I don't forgot.
Oh, Lord.
I just made that up.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I feel like it's the 3.
Well, that's better than what I thought you were going to do. Okay.
That might be highballing it, though.
Oh, wait a minute now. Then you can give it a half.
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
maybe 2.5.
You were at the mall decided you wanted to see a movie because you had to wait some time. It was there.
Yeah. It would be one of those kind of movies. And also a, last minute girls, let's get together and have a little chuckle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, if you go see what men want, you want to, number one, go before the tickets turn to $10.
Right.
Sis, what the hell are you beating on over there? What you doing?
That ain't me. That's mirror beating.
All I hear is boom, 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 boom.
Mirror beating on the door.
Oh, trying to get in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You won't let him in.
I open the door and he talking about, you almost done? You don't get out my face.
That's so, Lynn, I done told you it's been almost 2 hours. They did good. And Poco must be in hall. Poco is traumatized with the churn being here because he's it was so much going on here. Okay. So 2.5. Wait for it to come on direct TV cinema or the Fire Stick.
Or Netflix, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's one. Guys, jump up and down. Ooh, I gotta see it.
What, starring Taraji P. Henson? A 2.5. If you're at the mall and need to waste some time,
yes,
go watch the movie.
Go see that movie. Yes.
Okay.
But don't jump up and down. Ooh, I gotta see it and make big plans. It's not that serious.
Okay, yeah, no. And go before the tickets change over to regular price. So go do a matinee. Spend $3-5. Okay. Now, sis, have you seen or do you want to see, what is it, Medea's funeral or Medea's something like that? Okay, neither do I. But guess who went to see it?
Who?
Mama and the crew.
Oh, yeah.
Mama and her friend went to see it. Her female friend.
Yeah. What did they think?
My mom is the coolest lady that I know. She doesn't have a sense of humor. She's kind of stoic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Girl, she said it was stupid funny.
I believe it.
Yeah, she said it was stupid. Now,
I don't have to go to the movies to see it. I could.
Yeah. Her and Miss Helen, shout out to Miss Helen. Hey, Miss Helen. They went to see it and they had a good old time.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, I told Roz, and see, Roz is a Medea fan. So, sis, we still got to go see If Beale Street Could Talk.
Man, we do. Before it ain't even in the theater no more.
It's going to be here real soon. So, guys, what we're going to do, this was our second or third movie review. Don't really remember which one. But the next one will be If Beale Street Could Talk. If we can get to it before it leaves the theaters.
Oh, jeez.
And then what is this thing, this movie? I guess we could ask our Marvel podcasters over there. Some Marvel movie made like $10 trillion this weekend.
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel. What is,
I have no idea.
It made like quadruple billions of dollars or some foolishness.
I don't even know who Captain Marvel is.
Yeah, neither did I.
didn't know it was a person.
Yeah, neither did I. I was like, Captain America? Captain Marvel. I was like,
Captain Marvel.
Now, is that a DC or is that a, what's the other one says? DC? Marvel. So it's Captain
Marvel.
I'm assuming it's a Marvel too. But anyway, okay. So guys, that's our movie review. Take it for what you want now. But
okay. Now, speaking of movie review,
2.5 stars.
2.5 stars. Speaking of movie review, I have to bring up that we was called out about one of our movie reviews.
Oh, yes.
First off, I want to shout out to a very good friend of mine, an old co-worker from way back in the day.
Shout out
to Michael Glover on his new podcast called Michael Kennedy Doesn't Get It.
Cute. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Woo!
Now,
y'all definitely check it out.
Hold on now. But now they are not a part of the Defy Life Network podcast.
No, they are not.
But see, there is no competition because we're all Black people trying to do our thing. So there is no competition. So shout out to Michael Kennedy Doesn't Get It.
Yep, Michael Kennedy Doesn't Get It. Michael and Kennedy are the co-hosts.
Let me say this, sis. I love that name.
Yeah, it's cute. And
okay,
I love all about how they came up with it.
Okay, but anyway, so yes, Mr. Michael, tell us about calling us out again.
So I have listened to, I think they are 4 podcasts in. They started back in February.
Okay, nice.
And I've listened to all of them, and I will tell you guys, they do sound like the male version of Lynn and Kim. And he and I had a good laugh about that. It is really funny. So if y'all listen to us, y'all should listen to them too. It's fun.
Continue to listen to us, though. Continue to don't not listen to us and go listen to someone else. Okay.
Yeah, listen to us first.
Yes.
There's a little shorter than ours. They don't hang on like we do, but it's very cute. So Michael listened to that was our very first show where we did a movie review on Black Panther. So we have been called out, and I don't know, we might have to invite Mr. Michael on the show so he can tell us, so he can school us, like he said,
okay,
on what he feels like I didn't get about Black Panther.
Now, we were also called out by Brother Kemet with Black Gumbo. Shout out to Black Gumbo. Guys, if you want to learn some stuff, check out Black Gumbo on the 1st and the 15th. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, okay. Now, tell me what Michael told you what does he feel that you did not get?
He said, hold on, I was looking for it. Okay, he said, "Oh, Lynn, you're killing me with the Black Panther commentary." And then he did the little cry face.
Yes.
He said, "We'll have to talk so I can school you on the movie. You missed the main point of the movie. Don't worry, I got you."
Okay. And what, sis, do you feel is the main point? What do you think his main point of you not getting?
I don't know. He must feel like I didn't get the whole Black people in power. I don't know. And not, I don't know, just how the standards were different in the movie between Black and white people, the colonizers and the,
right.
And the Wakandians, and I think, I don't know, Michael, you're going to have to tell me.
We'll definitely have them on.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I did get that. It just didn't move me. And I did get that it was Black people were powerful. They were in charge. The colonizers were inferior. You could decide whether you wanted them to be in or out, whatever.
Right.
All of that was, yay, great. But it didn't move me. It didn't make me want to move to Wakanda.
Right. And now for me, and I told Brother Kemet that we got called out again about Black Panther. And what I tried to explain to him, if it was put in a different format, if it was a documentary, if it was in a dramedy, if it was even in it was the whole sci-fi.
Yes.
What do you call those type of movies, sis? Marvel type movie that I don't know anything about. So right. I went in with an open mind, but I couldn't get past the comic book part of it.
Right. And maybe if we knew Black Panther before going in, like Dot, for example, she had the comic books. So she knew all about Black Panther.
And I didn't. So when maybe if you got the backstory, but the backstory didn't resonate with me. But I love all the beautiful, powerful Blackness. I love the beautiful. My thing was the strength of the Black women in the movie.
But they were strong in the color purple too.
You know what? Listen, we trying to get listeners, not make listeners go.
and in the Women of Brewster Place.
Listen, tell me, sis, who was strong in color purple? Celie
was strong. Miss Sophia, Suge Avery, even the little master girl. What a girl named Squeak. All of them.
The Black people in color purple.
Nettie was strong.
Okay.
Celia's daughter. All of them. Whatever.
Wait a minute.
They were strong too. I didn't need to watch Black Panther to see strong Black women.
You know what? Sis. Who was strong women? What you say, Brewster Place?
The Women of Brewster Place. All of them. ALUM, all of them.
I can't do you today.
They tore down a wall with their bare hands. They were strong.
Listen, All the black women that live in single.
All of them. Claire Huxtable, strong.
Girl, you stupid. You stupid. Now you know we getting cussed out by some people when they hear
I
it.
don't care.
Okay, look.
Grey's Anatomy. Listen, let me tell you about Dr. Bailey. Strong. And Dr. Avery. Well, her last name ain't Avery.
Okay.
Catherine Fox, whatever. Strong.
Sis, Olivia Pope, what is she?
Strong. And her mama too.
Sis, wait a minute, I got one. Sis, Annalise Keaton.
What? The strongest. The strongest.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't need no Black Panther because we out there.
Oh God. Sis, what am I? What am I, sis?
Strong. Man, listen. I told you I can't live my life without you.
Oh God. Okay, hold on, sis. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, sis. I'm messing up my levels. I'm messing up my levels on the mic. Sis.
You still sound good.
Sis, what is your Aunt Dot?
Strong. Man, listen. That lady died and came back to life. That's as strong as you can get.
Okay, hold on, sis.
Literally died and came back to life. Strong.
And they not from Wakanda.
No, ain't none of them from Wakanda.
Oh
Not
Lord.
one.
Lord, can I get myself together? Y'all, just let us have this on our 20th episode. Just let us have this day.
Don't send no email.
Talking about
no Black Panther.
So what we gonna do? Can you imagine if we got Kenny and Brother Kimmon on here? Sis, I would just turn the podcast off and do this because I wouldn't want to take it.
Oh Lord, don't call me.
Oh, okay, wait a minute.
I don't want to hear from him.
Oh Lord, wait a minute, sis. You are stupid and you don't even realize how stupid you are.
Tell brother don't call him. I don't want to talk to him.
I'm trying to think of one more. She's talking about they strong.
They are strong, man. I didn't need to look. I don't need no women in Wakanda.
Wait a minute, sis. I got it. Gina on Martin. What did she say?
Strong. What? Gina, listen. Shanae be strong too. And listen,
hold on.
You don't watch this. Jane the Virgin, Jane, and she ain't black. She Hispanic. Whatever. She's brown. She is strong.
Sis, Ross just walked in the room. What is she?
Strong.
Oh God! Time out. Wait a minute. Ross is in it. Ross laughing.
You know what she laughing at?
She told me y'all so stupid. She cracking up. Okay, wait a minute. Sis. Okay.
Don't challenge me. Don't give me no more.
Okay.
Because they're all of them strong. All of them. My mama, your mama.
What it is, man?
Strong.
Probably ain't nobody else gonna laugh at this part.
They gonna laugh because they gonna laugh at you laughing.
Oh God. Okay.
They can't breathe.
And this is okay. Okay, guys, if my voice went back and forth, I'm sorry because I was leaning back in the chair laughing. So if I went in and out, I'm sorry.
Well, you didn't over here. We heard all your snorts and everything.
Seriously.
Whatever.
Okay, can we get back to the podcast?
We sure can. Listen, you know the little emoji, the girl with the X up in front of her face?
With what?
With the X up in front of her face.
Yeah.
It's an emoji.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my Wakanda sign.
Oh Lord.
I don't need to go there.
our listenership gonna drop 20%. Pull them out.
We're gonna lose all the black people.
Lose all the black listeners.
Oh Lord, they gonna fire us.
Okay, so how the hell? Oh yeah, because we got called out. I was gonna say, how the hell we got on black?
So Michael, come on with it.
Bring it on, Michael. Bring it on, Michael. Okay, well, guys, sis, thank you for that movie review. I don't know if Taraji and the studio would thank you, but
I'm sorry, Taraji. I still love you though.
Yes, okay, and hopefully, girl. And what was that one when she played the assassin, the killer?
Proud Mary.
Proud Mary.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, she gonna have to come back because Proud Mary.
I didn't see that one though.
Watch it on the stick. Yeah. And I know you got to get your checks. I'm not mad now, and I watch them because I want them to get more movie roles.
Right.
But, yeah. Okay. So her last couple.
I contributed to her check. That was the biggest reason I went to contribute to her check.
Because if we don't contribute, then a whole lot of people they don't call us a lot now.
Right.
So anyway, all right. Well, sis, thank you for that movie review. Kenny, what's his name? Kenny Kennedy. What's his name?
Oh, Michael Kennedy doesn't get it.
Michael Kennedy doesn't get it. You have an open invitation to the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast. Please send us an email or send Lynn a text if you want to come on and let us get it. Because right now we don't get it.
We don't get it
because we got a bunch of strong black women.
Lynn and Kim don't get it.
Lynn and Kim don't get it. All right, guys. Well, 20th episode, we have an listener email.
All right.
I'm so very excited. And what we're going to do is Lynn is going to read the email to us, and we're going to give feedback on the question.
Right. Okay. Now listen, y'all know I'm approved, but I'm gonna read this email.
Okay, sis. Now, give us the initials, and do we know where they're from? The initials,
yes.
And then when they sent it.
Okay. Let's see if I can figure out when this email. Oh, okay. This email came in on March 12th from a listener whose last name starts with an S.
Okay.
And she stated it as a topic suggestion.
Okay.
And I guess, if we spend some time on it, it's a bit of a topic.
Okay.
But here's what it says.
Get it right.
My topic suggestion for a show: is it ever appropriate to just come out and ask for punani without being in a committed relationship? Sincerely, S.
Is it ever okay to come out and ask for punani if you're not in a committed relationship?
Right.
Ooh.
That is the question.
Now, guys,
I think it's some levels to that or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say because since you go, I'm gonna chime in. Let me think about that because see, I would say for S, if you're out there, could you be a little more specific? Because see, my A-type personality, I'm gonna break down the ship.
Yeah, so, what kind of ship you in?
What kind of ship are you in? Are you in a relationship, an exclusive relationship, a friendship, or a situationship? A situationship, yes. So see, I would have to start there. But is it ever okay to ask for punani if you're not in an exclusive relationship?
Right.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say it's okay.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying it is because I don't know if you like someone and you're feeling them and you want to have sex with them, how they gonna know? I don't know. Right. But if that's not how y'all are and you come out of left field with it, then that would be a problem.
Right. Exactly.
So I would need to know what type of relationship we got, and then I would base it on that, on if it's okay or not.
Right. Okay. Well, let's throw out some hypotheticals then. So let's say that it has happened between them before, that they are in a, we're going to call it a sex ship.
They are in a sex ship, okay?
Or a friendship with benefits. Either one, same thing. Okay. It has happened before. Y'all have gone there, but you have not established an actual relationship. Not exclusive. Didn't say this was going to be an all the time thing. Blah blah blah. Is it okay for the person to just come out and ask for it?
I say yes, because we already been there, done that. So.
Been there. Okay.
Been there, done that. So yeah. Why should I respect you now? Yes.
Well, I think the person's I think what is happening is it's more so a turnoff for some reason. It's a turnoff. So the struggle is it an appropriate question or not? Is it an appropriate question because the question turned the person off? Just like, wait a minute, you just gonna ask me?
Okay.
And that's what make it difficult because yes, you have like y'all you done been there.
Let me if you said it's S is the last if S is listening, could you send us, if this is your personal situation, could you tell us a little bit more about your situation? Because I don't think I can give as much advice or whatever without knowing a little bit more. Because if someone asks me that question, my answer just off the cuff is going to be yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay to ask for punani because if you want it, and how you gonna get it if you don't ask for it?
Right.
Okay. So now, if I'm at the bar, full disclosure, I don't go to bars, but if I was at the bar and somebody walked up to me and was like, "Yo, can I get some?" That would be a turnoff.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a turnoff. So, excuse me, I almost choked. I need S to give us a little bit more detail. That's what I would say. So S, if you're out there, email us back and give us a little bit more, like give us the circumstances around the asking for the punani. But that makes me think, sis, now did you say punani or did the email say punani?
That's what the email says.
I'm thinking they listen to the show. They listen to the show. They listen to the other show. Because we had a show, guys, that the title of it was The Best Punani Ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, S, if you're out there, email us back. Give us a little bit more detail so that we can give you some more informed information on why we would say yes or no. What you think, sis?
I agree.
Okay. So, well, no, wait a minute. So, sis, if S emailed us, we can email S back?
Yeah, we can.
Why don't we email S back and say, got your question, post it on the show. Could you give us a little bit more information so we can come back and talk about it some more? Okay, let's do that. Now, guys, I will tell you this. When my sis called and told us that we had a question, email listener question or topic suggestion, I was ecstatic. This is what we want. We would like to have a segment that's called Ask Kim and Lynn. No, Ask Lynn and Kim. We're going to do Lynn and Kim. Ask Lynn and Kim. So, like I said, if you guys want us to talk about something, you want our opinions on something, email us at lynnandkim.aen@gmail.com. We got your back, but you got to tell us what's going on now.
Right.
You got to tell us what's going on.
Ask us.
Cause we's what, sis? Strong.
Because we strong.
We
got answers.
Yes, we got answers. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, S, for that. We hope that we can, we're going to email you back and get some more information. And we're going to bring this back on episode 21.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, sis, it is, what time is it, sis?
It is that time.
What time is it?
Well, first of all, it's 3:53, and that's getting on my nerves because it's only 2:53.
You know what? Would you get over that, please?
I'm not over it. It's only been a week.
What, a week ago? Get over it.
It's been a week.
Get over it.
Ugh, drives me nuts. It is time for This Ain't Got Nothing to Do with Nothing.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. One more time, sis. What time is it?
Got nothing to do with nothing.
Girl.
Listen, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I gotta tell you about the sink water.
The sink water. Okay, Lynn in the sink water. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Let me tell you about the sink water. This is why I don't drink sink water.
Oh, geez.
Because this shouldn't happen.
Okay.
So one night, I think it probably was last Sunday, because, you know, I had one of my, dang, I got to go to Walmart. I don't feel like going. And I didn't go. But I was out of bottled water. And yes, I put bottled water in the pot and boil it for my tea. Yes, I do. And here's why. Because sink water is not the same. It is nasty, even if you boil it. Have you ever made tea with sink water before?
Yes.
Well, maybe your sink water is different from mine. Sister, that tea was so nasty. It even smelled different. Like you could smell that wasn't bottled water and it came out the sink. And I mean, even after boiling it, I was like, what is going on? Why does this taste different? It was nasty. I couldn't even drink the whole cup. And you know that's not good for my anxiety.
Okay, right.
I gotta have my tea.
Right.
It was terrible. It smelled funny. It tasted funny. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this no more. I have to have bottled water in the house.
So
I cannot do sink water.
Hold on, sis. So you made some tea. You normally make the tea with bottled water.
Yes.
You take the water out of the bottle and pour it in the pot.
Sure do.
But you say, I got OCD. Okay, but anyway. So this time you didn't have any bottled water.
Right.
Now, sis, could that be all in your head? Could it just really be all in your head?
No.
Are you sure?
I thought so.
Okay.
Because I did it one time before for some reason. I can't remember what happened. And I noticed that it tasted funny. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it was just that time. Maybe it was in my head. Blah, tried it again. No, this is twice that the sink water was nasty.
Okay.
It tasted different, and it was nasty. And I can't even describe to you what it tasted like. I don't know. Maybe it was a faint chlorinated type taste. I don't know. It was something crazy. It was nasty.
Okay.
It was nasty. The tea didn't even smell right. I smelled the water over the tea. Like the smell of the water overpowered the smell of the tea.
Okay.
That is crazy.
Okay.
So, moral of the story is...
What's the moral of the story, sis?
This ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but don't drink sink water. Not in something anyway.
Okay.
In Colombia, but not here.
Well, maybe you ought to write maybe you ought to write like the city of Sumter about the water and tell them that it messed up your tea and they need to do some testing.
Yeah, why my sink water taste like that?
Why your sink water nasty? That really didn't have nothing to do with
some 20s and 30s of dollars every month for the water bill.
Yes, sis, that really didn't have nothing to do with nothing.
Nothing at all, but it bothered me.
Okay, sis. Are you done? You got something else? Okay. Well, this is a kind of cute one, and it ain't got nothing to do with nothing because nobody don't really care, but I care. So from the check-in, y'all know that I kept my great niece and my great niece, Marley and McKinley, Eminem. Okay. So you saw throw that in there. But anyway, so that was the opportunity for mom and dad to go out and, have a little fun over the weekend. So when they left out when they dropped off the kids, and they did the whole stay around, I was like, get out, please get out. But anyway, they went out and I said, y'all go twerk, go shake your butts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no kids, go shake your butt. They were like, oh my God, but anyway, so Jayla posted a picture on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cute, and it ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I saw, talking about the 3 pictures.
Yeah, but it says, "Who needs luck? I have a charm."
Oh, I saw
That's
that.
so cute. It's so nice to be young and in love.
Ooh.
It's so stupid. But sis, I thought that what is this? Who needs luck? I have a charm. I just thought that was so cute. So for y'all out there who got some boos or you want somebody to be your boo, take a little lesson from my niece. Make your boo thing or your wannabe boo thing. Make them feel special. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hint.
Oh,
Hint.
there's nobody for me to hint to.
You stupid. Look, my hint can't even hear me, so it don't matter.
Well, I said my hint is
but
no.
I thought that was really nice, but that didn't have anything to do with nothing. But it made me want to say, if you love somebody and you want somebody to know, let them know. And you can do it. It's not always about money.
Right.
You know, and then this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, sis. This is my last one. You know how people always talk about, and this kind of goes back to what Jay talked about, like buying Jordans and stuff like that and spending money.
Yeah.
All my niece wanted to do, sis, was me to play rollerball. Didn't cost a thing. All it cost was time. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, I do.
Yeah, you got your kids, man. Roll on the floor with them. Watch a movie with them. We played basketball where I held my hand out like a goal and she threw the ball through my arms and we just kept score. Didn't cost a thing. So that ain't had nothing to do with nothing, but just love the little ones, give them time and attention because that's really all they need.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Definitely. All right. So sis,
I'm about to put mine at the house right now though.
Don't put them at the house. Bring them up here then. Bring them up here. Don't put them at the house.
Oh, about to put them on the porch.
Well, sis, it's been real. It is 4:00. We have done what we do. We have a new logo and a new theme song. Right. Yes, sir. Can't wait for y'all to hear it. I know producer gonna edit it up, chop it up, and make it all nice. But we're so excited. Thank you guys so much. Please share. I hope you now know that this is a Black-owned company. And I will say this, I am also now part owner of this company. This is the belief I have in these brothers, NJ and the team that was there before me. So, excuse me, I have bought into the company, and that's why I'm pushing it, guys. I'm pushing Defy Life, because without a dream and a vision, nothing's possible. And these guys believed in it, and now we're making it happen. And we're 20 episodes in. Sis, how many episodes is Defy Life actually in?
Listen, shout out to Defy Life. They are this week. They should be recording episode 99.
99, and
it'll be at 100 episodes.
In 2 weeks, they will be at 100 episodes. So you know what that means, guys? That means that they have been around for years. So this is nothing fly by night. So the gear that we have and everything is for real. We're trying to do a movement, just like Steve Harvey got a mission and a passion, and the Breakfast Club. That's the same thing we got. That's how the Anything, Everything, and Nothing podcast came about, because we had a vision and a mission and a belief in ourselves. Then we took our vision to someone else, and then they believed in us too. So whatever it is out there that you guys think you can't do, try it anyway, because if you fail, so what? But you never know. You never know
unless you do it. Also, I'd like to give a warm shout out to another Defy Life co-founder, Thomas Stevens, aka Pooh.
Yes, Pooh. Where you at, Pooh?
We're putting out there on the Defy Life podcast that his favorite podcast in the network is the Anything, Everything, and Nothing
Girl Podcast
with Lynn and Kim. Yes,
Pooh.
Pooh. Well, what he said was, the question was, who's your favorite host?
Okay.
And of course, he said Lynn Kim. You know, we like one host.
Yeah, Lynn Kim.
Lynn Kim.
Linkim. Lynn Kim.
Right. He wasn't going to separate us out. And I said, that's right, Pooh, we're packaged.
Okay, packaged in. Connected at the hip. Okay.
Yes, we are his favorites.
Well, Pooh, thank you very much. Pooh, I'm going to go ahead and cash out that $50 over to you that we talked about. So thank you, Pooh.
Not at all. Thank you, Pooh.
Yes, we appreciate that. So, guys, again, feedback, listen, like, comment, share, subscribe. You see that we are doing this thing for real. When you hear the theme song, guys, if you like the theme song, please email us and tell us. And
or comment on Spreaker or iTunes or whatever you
or iTunes. Hold on, sis. Let me tell the people where they can find us. They can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Radio Tunes, and Spreaker. So if you like the theme song, shout us out. If you don't like it, tell us anyway. But just listen, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter because we're here for all the good and the bad. If we said something about Wakanda that made you mad, let us know.
Right. And our theme song is by the rapper D Nice, who is currently out of the Myrtle Beach area.
Okay.
For those of you that may have heard of him or you need to hear of him, and he'll be coming soon at a radio near you.
If you need a theme song. If you need a theme song for something that you're doing, hey, D Nice, hit him up because he did that. He did that for Lynn and Kim. We think so anyway. And it got a nice little, you're going to find yourself singing it in the shower. It got a nice little flow. And I'd be like, okay, anyway. Okay, you're not going to sing with me, so I ain't But anyway, sis, I love you.
Love you too.
Episode 20 is in the bank.
Woo-woo!
And guys, if you're not defying life, then what do you do?
Better get out there and defy life.
Until next time, we are out.
Next time, we're out.
Later.
Okay, call me on the phone, Kim.
Gotcha.
How do you defy life? By standing out from the crowd, living life on your own terms, being unapologetically you. Say it all with Defy Life gear. Stylish apparel and accessories for men, women, and kids. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, bags, outerwear, and more. Visit DefyLifeGear.com for all of your Defy Life gear. And remember, your lifestyle should always be defiant. DefyLifeGear.com.